Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Merton Hyundai and Ed's Garage. Today we are having a look at the 2021 Elantra N line. Super excited about this video because, of course, this is the turbocharged version of the Elantra, the 1.6 turbo making about 200 horsepower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some features on the vehicle first, and then we'll go and take it for a spin and see how she drives. It's a really striking vehicle, as you can see. Hyundai's really done a great job on the design in this vehicle. A couple things to note on the front end. It is a little bit different. It's got all black grille, which is cool. Of course, the grille runs into the headlights like it does on the other Elantras. This down here is a little bit different as well. We've still got the air curtain pass through, but you can see just a cool sort of design going on here. And this is an active grille, so these are actually holes. They don't just look good. Obviously, you got the cooler looking wheels on there as well. So wrapped in Hankook Ventus, let's see, Ventus S tires, whatever those are, SI, Ventus SI, all seasons. Pretty cool. 18-inch rims, aluminum alloy rims, of course. So let's start at the back here and we'll go around and check out all the features. Now this one, like the other Elantras, does have the smart trunk feature. So the trunk's gonna pop, there we go, all on its own. And still a big trunk. Now in this one you do still get the 60-40 split rear bench. Not all Elantras have that now. I made a mistake on my base model video and said that it had 60-40 when it wasn't. This one is actually 60-40 split. But yeah, tons of room in there. And of course you get the backup camera. Now the N line of course gets this cool spoiler lip on the back. Now if we come around to the front, obviously we're going to pass by the N line badge. It's pretty cool. Headlights on this one are LED, and it's not just the regular low beams, it's actually LED high beams and low beams. I see 3 sets of lights there. So these two here, if I understand correctly, are the high beams and that's the low beam. Now this one, of course, does have remote start as well, so let's go ahead and fire it up. Let's jump inside the car and have a look. So first off, we'll have a look at the back seat. So N-line specific seats, these are really cool. This is kind of a textured material surrounded by a leather bolster with red stitching. And of course you get the center cup holder armrest as well. As with other Elantras, the back of the seats are a nice solid plastic, so no kids kicking into your back when they're sitting back here. And it's actually pretty decent legroom. I'm 6'2", lots of headroom. Legroom, I've got about an inch in front of me here, in front of my knees, and I can actually put my feet underneath the front seat because it's a nice flat floor as well. All right, let's check out the front seat. Now it's doing that because the car actually started up, recognizing that the key was in it. All right, let's go over some of the cool features inside of here and some N-line specific stuff. So the door panel, it's got that cool sort of red stitching along the door panel. Nice soft touch material there, soft armrest. Steering wheel, heated. Also has the red stitching, and it's got the paddle shifters. Now, I think this is a little bit different. The paddle shifters are actually kind of elongated, so a little bit easier to get to if you've got your hands at either 10 and 2 or 9 and 3, so that's kind of cool. You got the N-line specific shifter, also with red stitching and the sort of red racing stripe. And of course the N-line badge on the front seats as well. All right, instrument cluster, also N-line specific, as is, I believe, the drive mode button. Looks a little bit different as well. So different drive modes. We have sport, of course, smart, and normal. Sport's going to tighten up the steering wheel and give you a little bit more low-end kick. Automatic dual zone climate control, heated seats, heated steering wheel. 3 levels of climate control, which is kind of cool, so you can actually put it into a lower level of climate control that just keeps it a little quieter. Now, of course, this one does have the button here for the backup sensors, or for the backup camera, sorry. You can turn on the backup camera at any time, and it's got that really nice clear, well, it looks brighter in person, but it's a nice clear image. And of course, it does have the steering lines as well, just like every other Elantra. Now on the media center system here, this is wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's an 8-inch touchscreen, matte finish, non-polarized, so you can see that with polarized sunglasses on, no problem. This one also has Blue Link, so you can see the buttons up here for Blue Link, so call for remote assistance and call for emergency assistance. Sun visors are both mirrored, and they also have the lights, and they both slide out. All right, on the steering wheel, you can see we've got voice recognition, so that's the Google Assistant or Siri, and then all the controls for your media center. Cruise control, it's not adaptive cruise, but you can quickly turn it on by pressing that button there. We do have lane assist, highway follow assist, lane keep assist, as well as blind spot monitoring in the mirrors. Not sure if you can see the icon there. And rear cross traffic alert. A couple other cool features in the system here, if I can go through and show you some things. So it's got the forward collision alert warning, so that's what's going to come up in that, or that's where you can change the settings for that, change the volume level. Driver attention warning system, so it'll actually warn you if it thinks you're getting too tired behind the wheel, or if the car in front of you starts to drive off. It's got active forward collision avoidance assist. It has lane keep assist, as I mentioned. Blind spot monitoring, of course. Active assist, so it will actually pull you back into your own lane if it detects that you're about to crash into somebody that's in your blind spot. Rear cross traffic alert, as I mentioned. And it even has, let's see if I can show you in here, the tire pressure monitor, attention level. We went over all that. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, oh, right. It even has the ability to change the theme on that screen, which is kind of neat. Tilt and telescopic steering wheel, of course, like every other Elantra. And it's got the aluminum pedals, even the dead pedal, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, wireless phone charger right here, and it is a cooled wireless charger. You can see the little holes in there for cooling. And of course the N-Line comes with a sunroof as well. Also, it's got that black headliner. So a lot of really cool features in the N-Line, but the N-Line is all about how it drives. So let's set that up and go for a spin. All right, so taking out the N-Line for a spin. This is the first time I've gotten to drive it. See how she goes. All right, so driving the 2021 Elantra N-Line. So not to be confused with the regular Elantra N prototype that's coming out hopefully in the near future. So this vehicle has the 1.6 turbocharged DCT, or sorry, 1.6 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. The manual transmission being standard, dual clutch transmission being an option. Now, a couple of differences with this version over the regular Elantra. It does have larger disc brakes and also has a higher spring rate by about 26%. So stiffer springs, a little better handling. You can feel it on the road a bit. It's not too bad. It's still quite smooth as well. Yes. So 201 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, 195 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPM. There was the lane departure warning system kicking in there. Handling is actually really good. It's really holding the road nicely. Woo! Yes. Wow. Awesome. So I could actually feel a little bit of the assisted steering as well. even on this crazy twisty road. This vehicle, of course, includes the Bose audio system with the subwoofer in the back. Spectacular audio system. What I will say, I prefer it here at the engine. It's got a little bit of snap, crackle, pop when you shift down. Not sure if you guys can hear that on camera. Man, it just holds the road so good. Man, it sounds great too. Guys, this is a lot of fun. I highly recommend you take out an Elantra N line for a test drive if you're looking at the regular Elantra. It's not even that much more. I mean, this one is priced MSRP with delivery and destination just over 29 Canadian. Obviously, numbers will vary in differing markets. But yeah, around 30,000 Canadian for just a hell of a lot of fun. It's very comfortable. The steering wheel's got a great feel to it. You got that perforated leather on the steering wheel. The seats are well bolstered, both laterally and the lower back support. Now this one has manual seats, but you do still get height adjustment as well, which is nice. Great visibility, good sight lines, very bright interior. And of course all the safety features, right? So the autonomous braking, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, lane follow assist, lane departure warning system. Now, of course, as with other Hyundai vehicles, this one is built with a ton of advanced high-strength steel. So in the Elantra for 2017, they actually used, when they redesigned it that year, they used 53%, if I remember the number correctly, of advanced high-strength steel construction. So strong that you could pile 7 other Elantras on top of the roof and it wouldn't deviate. It was pretty cool. This one, no different. They have used, presumably, more advanced high-strength steel. They tend to use more every year. On top of that, a lot of structural adhesive as well. So structural adhesive heavily used in the airline industry to hold airplanes together. That means it's probably a good thing. We use hundreds of feet in our vehicles. I say our, but I'm not really, you know what I mean. Hyundai uses hundreds of feet in their vehicles, whereas other companies use tens of feet. To give you an example, the Civic Type R uses, or at least for 2018 I think it was, uses 43 feet of structural adhesive, whereas our vehicles were using almost 10 times that much. Some of our vehicles were using 10 times that much. That basically provides a stronger weld joint, for instance, if they put the structural adhesive between two metals and then spot weld it, it increases that weld point by something like 5-fold in strength. So pretty cool. You know, and Hyundai is really the only company that can do that because they're the only company that making their own steel. In this price point, they're the only company that can do that. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate anyone who clicks like and subscribe. If you like this video and you want to see future ones, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks again, and in the words of the great Jeremy Clarkson, power! Woo!